All right, in this video, I'm going to show you a very, very powerful method for maximizing profit on every trade, squeezing every ounce of profit out of the trades that you take using a powerful method called trailing stops. Now, I had lots and lots of comments demanding this video, so here it is. Get a pen and paper ready. You're going to want to take notes. Let's get stuck in. So I want to talk a little bit about trailing stops because this is something that comes up quite a lot. And it's a very effective way of managing your trade to, amplify profits, squeeze in profits. And a lot of people are unsure about how to go about trailing stops. So one of the ways, there's many ways to do this, but one of the most powerful ways to trail stops is to use a lower time frame for your trade management, to trail that stop tight under price action as we push up in the continuation of the trend. It's usually, trailing stops are for trend continuation trades, and basically you want to use a lower time frame so that you make sure that you're tightening up that stop behind price action. And there's going to be a couple of ways that you do this. First of all, you might want to take an initial target before you start trailing stops. Or it might just be your entire trade management strategy. You just trail stops from the outset. So in other words, you'd never set a profit target order. You just set your entry and your stop loss. And then what you do is you trail your stop loss up with price from the get-go. Now, the most common way to do this is to at least set one target and then trail stops for target twos. And then because the beauty of doing that is when you split your position in half, if you take half your position off at the profit level, the previous high, say, then anything after that, if you roll your stops to break even, you can't lose on the trade. Okay, you definitely can't lose any more money on the trade. So you can only gain money or come out with what you've already taken off the table. So if that makes sense to everyone, there's merit in doing both. It's going to depend on the performance of your strategy, obviously. But what I want to share with you is how you might do that. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bar replay here, and I'm going to go to here. Right. So this is going to kind of be a hypothetical situation going on. But let's just say that we've bounced off this level here and we're on the 1 hour, and let's just say this is our trading time frame. We're monitoring price and price is pushing up, right? And we start to see, oh, okay, we're on the up now. Okay, we're looking for a trend to the upside. So what we do is we wait for a pullback and we get our pullback and then we put in this new high, okay? So now what we say is, well, if we get another pullback, I'm going to enter, and then I'm going to take some profits off, and then I'm going to trail my stops for the rest of the move. Okay, so what we're doing now is we've got this initial high, pullback, new high. We're waiting for a pullback, right? And then we're going to look to get in on the pullback. We're going to take profits off at the high, and then we're going to trail the stops for the rest of the position. And I'll show you how you might do that. So let's see what happens next, right? So we're gonna, in fact, let's go 1. So let's see what happens next. We push up, continue pushing up. Now we're pulling down, okay? Right, and boom, we get our little, maybe we get this doji candle. Maybe that's our entry. I'm not gonna go through strategy in this, strategy for entries. I'm gonna assume you've got a strategy. This is about trailing stops. So let's just say that we get in on the close of this candle, okay? We get in on the close of this little pin bar here, or this doji, and that's our entry technique, okay? And then our stop loss goes an ATR below the low, right? So if the ATR, the average true range, and again, if you're using ATR, you have to, bring that on, average true range, and you're going to need to know what the average true range is at that moment in time, all right? So you can come down, you can line that up with price, and you can say, okay, well, the average true range is 21 pips, right? So the average true range is 20 pips, say, for the sake of this, and you're going to go 20 pips below the low of that signal candle, all right? So that's your strategy. So the low is 211.63, so we're going to go at 43, right? Very, very, very simple. That's not rocket science at all. Our stop loss is going to go here. And we're not going to, I'm going to color this in red, and I'll color our entry in blue. Okay, so it's nice and clear. So this is our entry. We can even mark this up, and we can say entry, all right? And then we can say stop loss. There you go. And I'll move that to here, right? Everyone following me so far? Now what we do is we're in on the time frame. Now, if you're just trailing stops, you don't set a profit target order. You just set your stop loss and your entry, and you trail your stop loss with price. But we're going to just say, for instance, we're going to take some profit off at the high. Okay, so the high in this case would be here, right? Let's just say we're going to take some profit off at the high, and this is going to be our initial target. All right, so we're going to color this in bright green. Okay, and that's going to be our initial target. So we've got just over a 1-to-1, maybe a 1.5 to 1 or something on the reward to risk profile. Great. Now we're just waiting for that to be hit. Now, how is this set? Well, let's just say that we're trading 2 mini lots. Okay. Well, then 2 mini lots would be our entry. We'd have a 2 mini lot stop loss at this point, and then we'd take 1 mini lot off here. Okay. So I'm going to just move this here, and I'm going to say target 1 mini lot. All right, 10K. So that's it. And then if we hit that, then we'll have to adjust our stop loss, or it will do it automatically depending on the platform you're using, to 1 mini lot, and we'll roll that stop to break even. So now let's just see this play out, right? So we're going to watch this play out. We're going to see what happens. Price is going to mess around a bit. There you go. We hit our target, right? So now we've hit our target. What we're going to do is we're going to monitor what happens with this. But first of all, we've taken 1 mini lot off the table. Okay, so now this entry target has been filled. This target order has been filled. We've adjusted our stop loss now to 1 mini lot, and we're going to roll our stop loss to break even. Okay, so we can't lose money, just above break even, by the way. So just above your entry order. I'm going to delete all this off. Okay, and we're going to roll it up here so that even if price pushes down now, we can't lose money. We can't lose any more money on the table. We've taken a profit off. Make sense? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame now and get tighter with that stop loss trailing. So the principle is this. Every time we put in a new structure high, we're going to trail the stop below the previous outside return, an ATR below the low of the previous outside return. So this is how it's going to go. So we're going to watch this play out. Okay, so the market's put in a new high already. So we need it to pull back. Okay, but not only do we need it to pull back, we need it to put in a new high. Okay, so we've had a pullback here. We've put in a new high. Okay, so what you could do is you could just say, right, now we've put in the new high, I'm going to put I'm going to move the stop loss here. Now, if this isn't considered a new high for you, you can let this play on a little bit longer, and you can say, well, I need a bit more of a pullback, whatever those, rules that you have are. But you could just say, okay, well, there you go. There's my pullback. Now I'm waiting for a new high. Okay. As soon as you put in a new high, there it is. So we didn't have a new high here because we didn't close above this high. We had a new high here, which means this is the next outside return, which means we then measure the ATR and we say, okay, at this point, the ATR is 10. We put the trailing stop 10 pips below this low, which is going to be down at 99. And then we've locked in some more profit. So if this rolls over now, we've made even more money, right? And then what we do is we wait for a new structure high. So we have to wait for the pullback, and then we have to wait for a valid new structure high. So we're watching the market rally and we're thinking, oh, this looks good. Okay, but I can't lock in profit yet. Now we've got a pullback, right? But we can't move the stop yet. We can't move the stop yet because we need a new structure high. So we've got the pullback, but we haven't got the new structure high. So now what we're doing is waiting for that new structure high. See if we get one. There you go. Right, we've got one here. So now we say, brilliant. Now we can move that. Here was the previous high. Here was the pullback. We go in ATR below the low. Let's just say it's 10 pips again. We lock in more profit. Is this making sense to everyone? And then we monitor this, and this is all on the 15-minute time frame. This is the lower time frame, so we're locking in our profits in new structure moves that the hourly might not be putting in because they're bigger moves on the hourly. Here we go. We've got our next pullback. Okay, now all we're waiting for is that new structure high, and then we can trail in again. So we're waiting for the pullback to end, still pulling back. Let's see if we can put in a new structure high. We're not putting in one yet. We're not putting in one yet. We're not putting in one yet. Remember, we have to break this high. So this high, 213.01, is where we have to break and close above before we can trail the stop. And we're very close. This is where patience, and discipline have to kick in, because look, we're not there yet. We haven't broken close below that. So then we click play, and we're waiting patiently. Come on, will we close above that? And this might just roll over and stop us out at this point, okay? Or you might have rules where if you have something like this, like a double top, then you say, do you know what? If we get a double top and we fail and we start to roll over again, then I can lock in the final bits of profit and just go below this retracement. Or you just say the rules are the rules. I just need the new top, before I can get involved in this again. And then you just wait, and there you go. There it is. So now you're looking at placing your stop loss 10 pips below this low, because this was the pullback. Make sense? And of course, the more breathing room you give the stop, the longer the move you're likely to catch. But having said that, you might not lock in as much profit if you're giving it too much breathing room. So the brilliant thing about trailing stops on a lower time frame is you're capturing the high probability move, and then you're able to lock in profits aggressively underneath price by monitoring structure on a lower time frame. So it pleases and appeases your emotion. Okay, you feel like you've got a bit more control. So now we've got a new high. We can hit play again, and we can say, right, okay, let's see what happens now. I need to wait for a pullback. There you go. That might be a pullback for you there. And you might say, yep, that's the next one. I've got the new high now, right? And then eventually what will happen is, as the market continues to push up and up and up and put in new pullbacks, it won't go on forever. And eventually it will reverse, it will turn around. So right now we've got our pullback here. Did we get a new high here? Yeah, we got a new high here. So we'd move that to there, right? Or 10 pips below that low. Now we're waiting for a new high. We've got one here, right? So now we've got to wait for a pullback again. Here we go. Here's our pullback. We've got our new high. We've got a pullback. Are we going to put in a new high? And obviously, we know we're not going to, because at the moment, this is where we're at in the market. Okay, so we're at this big reversal zone. And guess what? On the 60-minute time frame, let's just jump out to there, or your trading time frame, you might say, do you know what? If we push up into these major structure levels, I just take all of my position off there. So if we test this level, which we've identified for our structure-based setup, that might be where we just close out any remaining profit targets on that particular trade, because we know that's a low probability zone of bashing past in the near future. So therefore, we'll just take our profit off the table. Does that make sense to everyone? Hopefully, that has opened your eyes to a bit more of a dynamic way of trailing your targets, locking in profit, making more money in your trading. You're going to have to test this stuff, which is why I did that whole video on backtesting strategies, which you can go and check out. But this is one way that you can trail stops that is very, very powerful in a trend continuation. All right, so that's the video. Hopefully you got value from that. If you want to see any other topics covered, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this video as well. And if you want to see more like this, just let me know. Also, you can check out some of the other videos that I'll put up here, which I think you'll find valuable. And also, if you want to consider either my 30-day trading program or tier 1 trading, I'll put the links in the description. See you in the next one.